Hello, everyone. I'm Marty Janeski, and along with my good friend Ken Montroy, we are your hosts of the local sports wrap-up here in Wyandotte, Cable Channel 15. Today is October 5th. It's a Saturday. Ken, how'd the week go?
Went pretty well, except for the fact I got knocked out of my suicide pool because somebody told me to take the Rams.
The Rams, yeah, that was a solid
Wait a minute,
choice.
was it on this show?
That
Somebody told me to take the Rams.
If you're taking advice from me,
I lose.
Exactly. You know, along in the pool I was in, there were 280 some people that went down with me, so I wasn't alone.
You had your arms out and grabbed everybody.
Oh,
huh?
I'm telling you, out of 1,000 people in that pool now, there's only about 300.
You know what?
left.
You do have a long wingspan.
Yeah. Whatever that has to do with whatever.
Well, you took a lot of people down with you with the Rams.
Oh,
Right.
not intentionally, because they seemed like the logical pick, but apparently the logical pick anymore are anyone who plays Miami.
You know, they say playing the winning team is just as smart as playing the losing team. If you find a loser that loses all the time, go against them.
Honestly, I went through it last year and just picked with the best team I thought available, and really, the bad team makes a lot of sense. So we'll be giving our suicide picks later, so you guys could all lose with us again.
Join the crowd.
Big football weekend. We do have results this week. We didn't have results last week because we filmed on Friday.
I heard Wyandotte really got their offense going.
Yes. It's all about who you play and when you play them.
Yeah, it's
right?
a fact.
Woodhaven, undefeated still, 35-0 over Southgate.
Tough on Southgate. They used to be pretty good a couple of years, 10 years, 12.
Yeah, Edsel Ford came in and rolled Lincoln Park. Allen Park, non-league game, got by Ferndale.
8-0. I'm surprised at that.
Oh, the week before, right? They lost 21-20 to Woodhaven. That had to be a battle.
And they went, according to my sources, they went for a 2-point conversion to win the game.
And
fell a little short.
Then we had, who else was up on that board? Gibraltar Carlson, 60-15 over.
60? Now, see, that's entertaining.
Over Trenton.
Oh, over Trenton? I think that was their homecoming.
Rolled 48-6 last night. I stopped in there last night. Big day last night, homecoming day, king and queen of the prom. You know, Billy Joel wrote a song about that.
I got a question then. 48-6. When did they score? When did the other team score? In the first half, second half? First half. Oh, okay.
When I got there, they already had 6 on the board.
Good.
Yeah, I didn't stay long. I went for the festivities.
You're going back to your Billy Joel days? What
well,
happened?
He sang about the king and the queen of the prom.
Oh, well, who was it?
Our queen was Autumn Amos.
Autumn.
Lucky her.
Let's show her picture up on the screen.
Yeah, we don't have her picture.
Oh, darn.
Probably need copyrights for that.
Well, you might be right on that.
King was Emilio Placencia. He plays football, I think. We talk about him, or he runs something.
If he's the king, all they have to do is call him Emilio.
Hey, right.
Emilio. And everybody knows the king.
First name. The float was won by the class of 2022.
Whoa, really?
They had a Beatles themed.
A Beatles?
Themed.
Like Bugs?
No, like John, Paul, George, and Ringo.
Oh, okay. Just curious.
It's top secret. Don't say anything.
How many are left?
What do you mean? Oh,
2.
Yeah.
2 of the Beatles?
Paul and Ringo.
2 got away?
And the Spirit Jug went to the class of 2020. Fine class that is.
So what the Spirit Jug? Educate me on that, because their Spirit Jug would totally be different than mine. How do you get the Spirit Jug? Steal it?
All week long in homecoming festivities, they have like contests. They'll do Red, White, and Blue Day, where you go and you show up for class with red, white, and blue, or the American flag, or socks, or a T-shirt, or something. So they have a different theme every day, and the class that participates
Freshmen,
more, apparently the teachers are keeping record of it, or somebody's keeping record of who's
the hall monitors.
The hall monitors, yeah.
We had those.
Counting as they go by, yeah. So then that class, whoever participates the most, they get the Spirit Jug.
Interesting. When we went to high school, we had Spirit Weeks. It wasn't quite the same, but we had hall monitors that were police officers. So we definitely tried to blend in. So we would wear whatever the other kids are wearing for Spirit Week, too.
I don't recall much Spirit Week action
No?
on my end. I don't think I was that involved.
Oh, I wasn't.
I don't think I was. Games for the coming week.
We're getting our spirits differently.
Games coming up this week. We have Woodhaven hosting Etzel Ford. They've got a bye, I'm going to say. They're undefeated as it is, and they're going to stay. They're going to stay undefeated. On the non-league game, Carlson's going to play Harper Woods. Lincoln Park's going to play Taylor. I think they got a chance there. Southgate and Trenton, that'll be a pretty even game. Game of the week, Wyandotte and Allen Park. That's and they're hosting. They're hosting Allen Park, so that's going to be. There'll be no parking spots out there for that.
That's good. That's good. They're actually going to be playing for second place or a chance into the state playoffs, correct?
I would say that Allen Park's a D2, so they will, whatever their record is in our league, they'll probably still get seeded. Got some other results here. Monroe beat New Boston Huron. Flat Rock beat Grosville. Riverview beat Carlton 14-13.
Nice game, 14-13.
Cabrini lost to Detroit Public Safety Academy.
That kills me. Cabrini, come on.
Romulus Summit Academy, they lost to Michigan Collegiate. Interesting. Redford Thurston slapped Melvindale 46-0.
Melvindale's having a tough time since they left our conference.
River Rouge didn't score 60.
They didn't?
No, 45.
Oh, they faced a better team this time.
Harper
Who was
Woods.
It? Oh, Harper Woods.
Yeah, 45-19.
Oh, they scored 19 against them, too.
And Gabriel Shart's playing this afternoon.
This afternoon?
Saturday afternoon, yep. So that's it for the football scores and who plays who next week.
Well, fantastic on that.
What else we got? Track.
Track?
Want something? Let's see what I got here on track. We got cross country, Downriver League Jamboree. Second Downriver League Jamboree. It was at Young Patriots Park in Riverview. And Wyandotte Roosevelt boys won first place, which is cool. The top time was by Colin Metzger. He finished first, and he carried the team to first.
Carried the team, and he still got there first. How many got on that team?
You get five.
5.
And I learned how they score it.
How did they score it?
You get like if you're the first place finisher, it's like golf, low score wins. So if you get the first place finisher, that's 1 point. If you finish second, it's 2. Now you have 3 because you combine them.
Correct.
And then you add the other 3 people in, and the lowest score wins. Wyandotte had 50.
So if we got a guy that finishes 34th, so we already got 34 points in.
Unfortunately, yes.
Right. Another guy finishes 17th.
51.
Then we got 51. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So what happened was the boys got first and second.
So they only had 3 points then.
Right there, Sam Rankine
Wow.
was second, and then we had a 10th and 11th finishers, Donovan Potter and Seth Noggle, and then the last guy was 26th. So Seth was 26th, I'm sorry. Michael McCooch and Donovan Potter were 10th and 11th. So they got up to 50, and Anderson had 59, so we beat them by 9 and won the Downriver meet.
Fantastic.
Pretty cool. And the girls, I think, I know the boys won. Where'd the girls finish?
Well, I got the girls cross country.
Yeah, where'd they finish?
Told me it was cross country.
Yeah.
Where'd they finish? On another page we don't have.
No, it's first, second, and third right there.
Well, it's girls cross country though, but okay.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, of course.
Thought it was off camera there.
Well, the girls. Anyway, the girls finished in third, 87 points.
87 points.
Woodhaven was first. Man, Woodhaven's tough.
Cost, from my recollection, Cost was second this tournament. She won the last Jamboree.
Samantha Koss? She's tough.
Yeah, she is tough. We got to still find out niece. We think it's niece of daughter. There we go. We got to finally know it's the daughter of the superintendent.
One day we're going to get that.
Really?
We're going to get that.
Put your phone on
Well,
vibrate.
people are already calling us. They enjoy the show. How entertaining. That's good. Got to give them our website.
Put the phone on vibrate.
Give them our website. Well, anyway, the rest of the Bears, we got Aubrey Bogoski. She finished 9th. And the rest of the Bears in the top 5 consisted of Paige Shitabar, 19th, Noel Robertson, Lily Govin finished 28th and 29th respectively.
And that's how you add up to 89.
Yes.
Because they, yeah.
Boy, as a coach, I'd be looking at him going, you know what, you're testing my math. I was better
Don't
with
like the high numbers?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Don't like the high numbers?
Nah.
Too hard to add?
They're real hard to add.
All 8 downriver teams will be at the Wayne County XC Championships. That's today. That's October 5th
Going
at
on now?
Willow. Yep, we'll have results of that next week. They run around Willow. That's a nice little park.
Very nice.
I'm sure they run the trail. You know, they got that bike trail and that running trail.
If it's not hot and mosquitoes are out there, it's really nice.
Good day for running today, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
would think it is.
Absolutely. How about boys soccer?
Sure.
Got anything?
How about, I know Woodhaven won the league again. Go figure. Woodhaven, strong team in something.
Boy, this one doesn't want to leave me.
With the 5-1 victory over Lincoln Park, Woodhaven clinched the 2019 Downriver League.
Man, Woodhaven. Marsha.
I like that. Marsha.
Tough. Well, for the boys, for Wyandotte anyway,
Second year in a row?
it was the second year in the world that the Woodhaven Warriors won. This year, they were 11-0. So 11-0 in our conference. They go outside of our conference, or division, whatever you want to call it. And they were 14-4 overall, which meant that they were 3-4 outside of our division.
Yeah. Wow.
They're
playing tougher teams, I'm sure.
I was just going to say, if that's the coach, I think that's great for the coach to do that. Go out there and get a taste of some really solid, tough teams that you're going to face in the States.
Right. You're going to come across good teams as the farther along you go into the playoffs.
Correct.
Allen Park was 8-3, I believe. Lucky them, they get a first-round bye. Trenton and Gibraltar will be playing each other, and then Allen Park will play the winner of that on October 15th. So we're getting into the end of the fall sports and the beginning of bowling. Getting close.
That's very, very interesting, very good.
And let's see, the Woodhaven will have district playoffs for the game against Temperance Bedford on the 10th.
On the 10th.
Yes, the 10th of...
Time's flying by. You can tell by your beard.
Yeah, it's...
Saving on razors?
This is a week's worth. I'm a Halloween costume. I can't tell you what I'm going to be because it's top secret. But I need some facial hair for my Halloween costume.
An older person.
I've got, what do we got? I got 14 more days. I got to grow this thing for 14 more days. It's already driving me nuts because I haven't had a beard ever in my life. I had a mustache right out of high school for a little while, but I never really grew a beard ever.
Well, for anybody that's guessing out there, I used to have hair. Just so that I have had hair before. So just so you know.
Love it.
I'd like to say something about this. We got for all you skydivers, parachuters, and people that just like to jump a lot, we have adult drop-in hockey over here. Put it up there so you can see it. Anybody's got a Zoom can zoom. There we go.
Yeah, hide those eyes. I like it.
Hide that mug.
There you go.
Okay, it's on Wednesdays and Fridays from 9:30 a.m. to 10:50 a.m. Sign-in begins at 8:30. $6 a person. This part kills me. Goalies are free. I used to play goalie, and let me tell you, they should get in for free. If somebody's going to shoot something at you as hard as they can, I think you should get in for free.
And it's, it's like for the afternoon shifters, or guys that work, the second shift. Because I'll tell you, bowling leagues too. There's plenty of really good afternoon leagues that, if you work afternoons, you bowl at 11 o'clock. There's a lot of daytime leagues that are good competitive money leagues. Back in the day there were.
I was going to say, I'm not sure about the money leagues. They'll be competitive,
There's
though.
a ton of senior leagues now that are in the afternoon, some good ones. But I work for a living, so I won't be doing that. But and it's the same with the drop-in hockey. You guys that work afternoons, and there's plenty of them. let's just say even our police department. There's a lot of good athletes there that probably could strap it on and go out there and skate, but they work the evening shift. They want to do something during the day. Yeah, I mean, then they got the plant workers, and the Ford workers and the steel mill workers and all these guys that I'm no stranger to skates. I've been on skates for quite some time, but that competitive stuff, because I bowl and you go to some of these things and the guy thinks he's, one bad coach away from playing in the NHL.
Yeah.
The coach wouldn't play me in the right position, so I didn't make the NHL. Right. Poor kid. Sorry about you.
You couldn't skate, so we made you a goalie.
Yeah, well, and so he's, you go around him, he's playing defense, and you get your wrist chopped off. I don't need that.
Well, when I worked down at the jail for the sheriff's department down there, they had after shifts where we would go, and I loved it. The only problem was I looked like I was extremely little to these people because they were going in cells throwing people around, and I was taking their clothes, so I didn't need to be as big as these guys. These guys, they didn't have checking, but they had fast skating. I didn't really check you.
Well, and you're going to have incidental collisions in hockey either way. Even in the girls' game, there's no checking. Even at the Olympic level, there's no checking, but you will see contact all the time.
Oh, yes, you will.
There's no checking in soccer, but, you see contact.
And if I did check you, what do I get?
Carded, yellow carded.
How many do I get?
1 yellow, and then the second one, I think you're out.
Don't make me do it to you again, mister. That's what you tell them when you hit them the first time.
Right. They get a free kick from that spot. So
the guy's in concussion protocol.
Make sure you're in their zone when you do it. So they got to kick it a mile to get it to the goal.
So drop in, check somebody.
That's right. Wasn't it Gibson?
Oh, wait, there was something on the back of that.
Oh, was there? Can't get it now.
No, I can't.
Woodhaven Volleyball seems to be the top dogs in our volleyball department. They just took on Carlson, both undefeated teams, and Woodhaven came out on top in a tight 4-game match. That was last Tuesday. And now Woodhaven's 6-0 and in the driver's seat. The competition is extreme in the girls' game because I know Allen Park's right there, Carlson's right there, Woodhaven's right there, Trenton's right there. I will say it again, week after week after week, getting results. I think I'm just going to have to drop into a volleyball match, which they're sort of running out of time, and find out how the Wyandotte girls are doing.
Didn't you used to drop in anyway? Because didn't you have a daughter that played?
Yes, and I had to be, as a parent, you have to support. They go to tournaments like on a Saturday.
Now, would that be like I'm working somewhere and I can't get to your game, I'm still supporting you because of the roof and the car and the food?
I remember in middle school, my wife FaceTiming me while Julia was playing, and from up above at Wilson, you sit up high so you can see the whole court. And she took her phone.
Like that.
She took her phone and FaceTimed me, and I got to watch the matches going on. While she, Kim was like, "Can you see it? Can you see it?" But yeah, it worked out great. I was stuck at work. I couldn't get there. And you could see something anyway. And so the phone, FaceTime is good.
Well, that's nice if they're playing. What if they're not playing? You got cut back to the football game?
Yeah, well, then we don't watch those.
Oh, okay. You just watch your football game and wave.
Good point, because when I'm
Not all kids play.
No, and they rotate, though. They rotate them in and out, especially at the middle school level. But I will say that looking at the bowling, when we have a bowling meet, the people behind are watching their kid bowl.
Yes.
And I try to explain to my girls, because when it's the first time you go to something like this and you see 500 parents in the backdrop and you're bowling, these girls get a little bit nervous. Everybody does. I mean, even the guys.
It's exciting.
Well, and oh my gosh, everybody's watching me. They're watching me. And not really. They're just kind of looking at you. They're watching their kid.
Oh, absolutely.
They're
not watching
team,
you.
And they're trying to pay attention to the match itself, and they don't. So that's what the first thing they got to get out of their heads is that You know, you're there to bowl. Just bowl. It's you in the lane. You know, it's not what's going on back there. And that can almost go for everything because a volleyball court can get intimidating. A visitor's football field can get intimidating. You have to focus on the task.
Okay, I'll go along with that. But we were both taught somewhat, don't misconstrue this, Cookie. We were both taught somewhat by the same guy, Steve Morris, Hall of Fame bowler. And he said if you didn't like pressure, play tiddlywinks. But the way he told me to deal with it, he said, all this time that you're out there, all this time you're practicing, all these hours that you're bowling, I make that 10 pin, I make that 10 pin, I make that 10 pin. I hit the pocket, I hit the pocket, I make that 7, I make that 7. Buckets get a little chancy because of picks. If you get nervous whenever you put in all that practice to be as good as you are and you get the moment that you can actually show them, I put in my time. It reminded me of Muhammad Ali said, I didn't win the championship in the ring, I won it in the gym. And that's exactly what he taught me. How could you be nervous when, oh my gosh, I make this, I win? Man, all the hours I put in to make that, bam.
I'll agree with that.
And
I will say, I say it all the time, pressure is self-induced.
It is, it's a mental thing.
You have to, the best term I can say is you have to accept failing.
Yeah,
You can't stand there and say, oh my God, if I don't do this, oh my God, we're going to lose, No. You have to say, I'm going to make my best shot. The golfer with the 4-foot putt to win the Masters, you know, he's been dreaming of that on the putting green.
He's been making them forever.
Forever. Step right up there and knock it home.
Oh, I was waiting for this moment.
Right. That's what so, yeah, as long as you're okay with, you know, you have to, between the ears. I always say the hardest part to coach sometimes.
Check your span?
Yeah, it's that 6-inch spot between the ears. Because it's self-induced. We're there to bowl. You're there to golf. You're there to, you know, you're playing football on the field. You know, the teams that don't get out of whack are the ones that succeed.
Watch me make these people cry.
That's the other way to look at it. Send them home, you know, put them out of their misery.
Absolutely. You know? And I'm going to make the other ones applaud.
That's right.
I'm going to have a love-hate relationship out here with you people.
I like that. I like the way, you are right. We were both taught to, you know, practice so that you succeed. I still say, you know, pulling anchor all my life, you know, striking out to win a game is one thing for a team, for yourself, but make it a 10-pin, anyone can strike out to win a game. Make a 10-pin to win a game.
That's what, and that's what Steve always thought. Man, he said, make that 10.
I've seen it 100 times, 1,000 times, where the guy goes to shoot the 10 and yanks it, or throws it in the ditch, and you lose the game by 6. You know, I mean, anyone can strike out. Striking's easy.
Right.
You know, make a spare to win.
You got more play. You have no play by that 10.
Yeah. So.
But anyway.
Got a lot of big stuff going on. NHL's kicking off. Wings are kicking off.
Tonight, the Wings.
Yeah, they're in Nashville. What a fun road trip that would have been. If you like to eat and you like to drink, Nashville is the place.
Music.
Yeah, all those three things go really good together in Nashville.
You need a fourth one, though, to be honest with you.
You need somewhere to sleep.
Money.
Oh, yeah, money.
Yeah, being there and all this thing's going on, you got no money.
That's why they make charge cards.
Oh, absolutely.
You pay it off later.
Oh, I intend to.
That's right. But the Wings are kicking off in Nashville.
Believe in reincarnation?
They did send down, they didn't keep a whole roster of young kids, but they did keep a few. I saw the final cuts, and they sent a good handful of the youngsters down to develop. And I heard Blashill on the Fan talking about making them, what do they call? They want to get them doing the right things down there.
Well, excuse me. How many years has he been here? Is this his last year? Because last year, for me personally, would have been his last year. But is this his last year, or how long do you hold on to this guy? I think he's been about 5 years.
You realize, okay, first of all, let me just be logical, because it's always the goalie's fault or the coach's fault. Okay, always, right?
I get the concept.
He's had success everywhere he's gone. In the college ranks, at Grand Rapids, he was the logical successor.
He was.
Now, you don't think for a minute that our last guy didn't leave because he saw the talent pool getting thin?
Of course.
And he went over to Toronto?
Of course.
refresh my memory. What was his name? Yeah.
Well, anyway,
You know
it'll
who
come
I'm
to me.
talking about.
Right.
So,
But of
he
course, you know
leaves.
he's Canadian.
Yeah, that's fine
Of course,
too.
he was a
left
Toronto
for
Maple
reason.
Leafs fan his whole life.
But Toronto's not winning yet. The Cup,
What?
they have made the playoffs.
They made the playoffs
but
every year.
They've been eliminated pretty quick. They got knocked out pretty
Well,
quick
how about,
last year.
did we make the playoffs?
20-some years in a row. That's only been...
Oh, until he.
Okay, we're not
Okay,
going to
well, I just want...
I'm not arguing with you on this. You make valid points.
Those who can do.
Right.
And those who can't teach. That's why Gretzky couldn't teach hockey, because he saw the game in a different way and didn't understand how you didn't perceive it.
Correct.
And then a guy that had to work his butt off, had to listen to everything, had to try everything, says, oh my gosh, it takes a lot to get there, but this is the way to get there. Those are the guys that teach. I just don't think that he's getting through to his players. That's just my concept.
Yeah, I'm sure he gets through to them. I'm not going to turn
Debate
around and say that it's the coach's fault. Like, I don't believe it's.
So how many more years? Just curious, how many more years you want to give him?
I don't know. They seem with
You don't
Iserman.
know.
If Iserman wants him gone, he's gone. I
He's
guess
gone
that's
after
the
this
key.
year.
You think so?
Yep.
I don't think so. No wagering.
I just put out my
Hey,
hand.
the Lions,
you said money.
Lions, week off. Good for them. They need it. They get the ball.
They need it. Yes.
You got the ball, and their defense got them right where they want them, and same old SOL. Are they SOL?
Well, they look a little bit different this year. We'll find out a little bit more on a Monday night they play the Packers?
In Green Bay.
In Lambeau.
You should make that road trip. That'd be fun.
Oh, yeah. I have before.
Don't forget, I got 2 more weeks of this.
No, they do.
LocalSportsWrapUp@gmail.com. Check us out on YouTube. Local Sports Wrap Up on YouTube. You got one to go there. Don't
forget open skating there at the Yak Arena, please. Open skating is just a reminder. Weekly schedule is Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to noon.
The afternoon skate.
Yeah,
You're the only one on the ice. It's a blast.
We have one more, 4 to 5:20.
Yeah, that's when all the kids get out of school go.
Yeah.
But anyway,
skate on over.
Wings take it off. Pistons start their preseason. Lions have a week off. Bowling's about to start. Football playoffs are in like 3 weeks. Gotta have a lot to talk about in the next couple of weeks.
Baseball, too.
Oh, yeah, playoffs. A lot of fun.
Atlanta's going to win the World Series.
Oh, okay. Glad to hear it.
The Dodgers have lost 2 times in a row.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
I'm Marty Janeski, and along with my good friend Ken Montroy, we will see you in a week or the Local Sports Wrap-Up. Don't forget, email us.
Marty will be hairier, and I'll have less hair.
There you go. Got 2 more weeks of this stuff. Hi, Mom. Love you.